Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Montego Ramon, Risers X. We rise to the occasion, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Tap in with your boy, just dropping that regular video of the week for you. So right now, basically I had a few things I wanted to get on, touch on in this video. Number one, look, this week, man, I blew three accounts. But I have the new journey I started, which I'm restarting for the most part, is the options trading, and we're having a little bit of success in that, which I expected because I've been doing pretty well in the options trading since I began options trading. And I'm trading leap options. Leap options are basically like kind of like long to midterm contracts or mid to long term contracts, which could usually vary between like 6 to about 18 months out. I've been doing some shorter ones, like 3 to 6 months out. Still got some long ones. Yeah, so blew those three accounts, seeing a little bit of success in the options trading. I have a plan for the way I'm scaling up in that. What else we got going on? I literally got a list right here of things I wanted to touch on in this video. So I blew those accounts by about maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, and we were doing pretty good. I just started over leveraging, over risking, over trading, all of that stuff, on tilt, tired, mentally bored, and just wore out in the charts, and it showed poor performance, led to a poor performance. Also too, I wanted to go over we're just gonna go through the market. We're kind of gonna go through the markets and find some potential opportunities from this week and just see how we want to perform and get the market going forward. I have a new mindset I'm going to start to approach the market with after just sitting out this week and just thinking and watching and doing a little bit of extra just like learning and studying on just kind of the mindset I need to approach my trading with, and the mindset that I've been using that got me the results I've gotten. I can see the way I need to shift my mindset and the mindset from which I need to be approaching the market so that I can find more success in the market. Everybody has their, ways with which they approach the market. We're going to go ahead and start this. Go ahead and hop in these charts too while we're at it right here. And everybody has their ways with which that's the Q Montego. And everybody has their ways with which they approach the market, right? I'm one of those people where it's like, I'm swinging for the fences, dog. I'm trying to knock the ball out the park, and sometimes I do that a little too much. What I've begun to recognize is that like there are certain markets where it's okay for me to trade heavy, or market conditions where my setups work out a lot better, and there are market conditions where I'm recognizing, hey, I need to stay out this market. It's a little too choppy. It's not looking right, it's a feeling and from a technical standpoint, and seeing like, okay, this thing is not. Is there like a hair on my lip? All right, all right. There is a way. There is certain market conditions with which I just need to stay the hell out the market. Simple as that. So we're gonna keep this kind of quick and smooth. Let's go back to, we are on NQ, right? I'm gonna go back to the weekly time frame. And this week you can kind of see was a down week. You can kind of see some of those positions I was taking on this chart right here, which are some pretty cool dubs. How's this thing doing? Up 25,000, cool, on a 100K account. So we know it's easily possible. All right, I just want to remove some of those execution labels. Executions, I don't know, do y'all know how to do that? But I wanted to come tap in with the paper trading account because it will help us see great examples of how we can basically or basically what the potential, what we could potentially make and lose on different certain trades, right? So I'm going to set up this demand zone, right, or this fair value gap right here, where you can see price literally reversed from after it filled this thing. Price literally reversed from there. I was targeting that one this week as well too, and last week. I think I was waiting on price to get there. You can see price got there. I was hoping it would shoot higher, but you can see it basically hit it, reverse a little bit. Probably going to come back down to about, I think it's going to come back down to this level in this next week. I think it's going to come back down to this level. I think it's going to come back down to this level. Somebody said this chart was looking similar to 2020 chart. Let's see if we go back to 2020. What is this right? To 2024, 2023. Is it really looking like that? You could say it's looking like a few different charts. You could even see right here, it may look the same. This weekly chart might look something like this one. Boom, 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 boom. Price kind of turns. It's a lot smaller. Not exactly the same. But as it may come back down to similar levels where it touched before it come back up. We shall see. Somebody said this was looking similar to a 2020 chart. You could say it. Nah, I wouldn't say there's no fair value gap there. There's a fair value gap here. It pulled back and took off. This is 20. Oh, this is 2020. It pulled back. April, June, pulled back. And the fair. Look, it came and filled this gap, but then kept going up to this level, pulled back, and then kept going. After the pullback, and this thing ran for a second, guys. So we need to be in position, ready for that. What year was this? 2022. We had a little selling off going on. Came back up, fair value gap, pulled down, pulled back up, came back, touched this level, gone. All right, so I just kind of wanted to see what was going on there. Because as you can see, this is what price did basically. We had to draw this out real quick. Price fluctuated around here. It came up from these highs after this double bottom. Boom, boom, shot up, came down, made another high, higher low, came down, boom, shot up. After a little bit of consolidation right there, shot down here. I'm just gonna pull this one all the way down here back to this low, this similar level. Shot back up, came down again, and we just kind of tracking price right here. Then we had a whole sell-off, a big sell-off, had a little pull up here, then continue lower after that retracement. Up here, we price reverse. We came up here, had a little bit of retracement, came down here, shot up, had a little bit of retracement right here, shot up, had a little bit of retracement right here, shot up, had a little bit of retracement right here. And I think that we should definitely break into new highs soon. We just have to see, like, what is this next pullback going to be looking like? You know what I'm saying? We just want to wait on a reversal signal. We're going to wait on a reversal signal. We're pulling back. It's a slight pullback. Wasn't really heavy, like it really wanted to turn around. But we should see how next week goes. Depending on how next week goes and closes, it's basically going to kind of determine the momentum of the next. This is what we hoping it does anyways, right? We want that thing to shoot up, right? But that may not actually happen. Because it could easily break down below this, come back to this level, then shoot up. Which I could do that. I could do that. It could come back, break down to this level, then shoot up, right? It could do that. This is a fair value gap right here. There's a slight gap right here too in this area. Excuse me. There's a slight fair value gap right underneath. Oh no, there's no fair value gap there. So we actually can delete that. Okay, cool. So I think either way, we might get a pullback to there, then to shoot up, and we may get something else. We shall see. July could potentially go either way. July, based on historical data, we've seen swings or as low as like we lose 6% in this month, and we've seen them as high as gaining 8% in this month, right? So let's just hope and pray that we get an up month. It don't matter which way it go, we winning either way. We just need to know like what direction it's going in. All right, cool. Let me slide over to the daily. Slide over to the daily. Let me get up out of there. Slide over to the daily. I'm actually gonna probably clear all of this. And you can see price kind of coming to a slow. It's rejecting off that 20 still. And so we're in a place where we kind of just gotta wait for the market to really show its hand, right? It kind of starting to break structure, but it's like a minor structure level that it's breaking. It's not a major structure level. Like if it breaks below like here or something, right? Let's see. If it breaks below here, right? If it breaks below here, that's pretty major right there for it to break below that level. But that still could just be a retracement. It doesn't mean that we're going all the way bullish or anything, because we got gaps down here as well. Look at this. We got gaps down here. This was a gap, but this is also a fair value gap here. Look, and I'll make this one green because we have a literal gap and then we have a fair value gap here. So I'll make this one green. I'll make this one green, right? I'll make this one green. Yeah, all right, it's cool. So that's what's going on with that. We can slide in a little deeper because opportunities are all over the place. I'm gonna slide in, just going a little deeper to the 4 hour. Let's see if we can get this to show up a little better. I know it's probably a lot on my charts. So those vertical lines that you see on my chart are marking off the London session, the London New York session, and then New York session, right? I have that marked off in my charts just so I can kind of keep track. As you can see already, just by looking at this chart, right? You see, and you can kind of see that this is looking like a big sell-off potentially already right here. You had price smash through this structure right here. Look at this. You had price come down like, okay, it was on its way up, right? On its way up, making higher highs, higher lows, right? Still shooting up, still showing you that proper structure. Then right here, we got a slight reversal coming in, guys. That's that reversal that we looking for right there. This is looking like an entry for a sell to continue down to major levels, right? Do we have any fair value gaps in the area? Nope, nope, nope. On the higher time frame, we do have, let me just mark that right there. All right, so fair value gaps is way down here. This is where the fair value gap is. So we could be pulling back to here now and might start trending down. So that's something we could look for, right? This is type of stuff that could allow you to freaking beat an account. You know what I'm saying? Add order. I'm saying, man, cause y'all, let me tell you something. I usually like to trade from my iPad, and so for this whole last couple weeks, bro, the order panel was not there, guys. The order panel was not popping up, bro. And now we just brought it back. You can see, I'm gonna close this out. You can see they got a whole new signal for it. Watch this. This little thing right here is brand freaking new. Like that was not there all last couple weeks. And I was like, yo, y'all messing with my flow, man. Cause I love trading from with the order panel like that, guys. But this is also what I was talking about too, right? And even on this move, which you can see, this is a huge engulfing candle right here. This thing engulfed this candle. But that's that shift of structure we were talking about right there. I'm gonna slide this over a little bit. But we like to see this. We like to see it, especially this one right here. The reason why we like to see that is because it's showing structure and confirmation of our direction by like, okay, look, we caught it on the reversal, right? We caught it on the reversal because it was trending up here, right? And then it broke this level here. Watch this. I'm gonna draw this line right here. I'm gonna show you where it broke this level. It broke this level here. It broke this level here. Then it came back. Then it came back right here. There's the next level. It showed that, because this is now, so it came here showing that breaking through that support level, turned that support level into resistance right here, and then it broke through that last support level, turning it and breaking through, and then showing that it's resistance here, right? So that's clear structure showing that, hey, I feel like my camera's a little high, like I'm kind of having a but it's clear structure showing that price is trending down, making higher highs and higher lows, and that's kind of what we want to see, right? It's kind of what we want to see. We got fair value gaps below there. We have areas where price clearly reversed in demand zones, like right here. Like this is probably a major zone right here. I can mark this out right here. This is probably a major zone right here, right? And this is a major zone right here because price touched twice, and each time it touched there, it bought. Price went up. There's one right here at this purple zone as well. Price touched here, went up. Price touched here, went up, right? You can see it right there. Price touched there, went up. Price touched here, went up. Price touched there. And then when it comes down here, what you think it's gonna do? Probably go up as soon as it come down and touch this level, get right up in this fair value. It might not even close it all the way, but as soon as it get in there, if we in a trade coming down like that, we need to be out of there. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's gonna touch these levels on the way, and you're gonna get a retracement, if not a whole reversal, but we just gotta be patient and see and let the market tell us his hand, show us his hand, right? But if we just got in something like that, right, that's a lot right there. We need to read them contracts, big down. Cause we on the higher time frames, but I just wanna see, and then we're also too, we're on freaking, we're not on minis. We're not on minis. We're in the NQ whole contracts. So yeah, you could make something crazy right here. You could do damn near if you risking 4,000 and make about 28,000, that's a 7-to-1 risk to reward ratio right there. So yeah, that's looking good. What else we got going on? All right, cool. Let's go down into the lower time frames. I'm gonna go down to the 1 hour finally. Finally. This was a very choppy week, guys. This is Friday. This is Thursday. This is Wednesday. This is Tuesday. Then this is Monday. Monday we had a little run up, a little start over there. I think I caught a move right here, actually. After Monday, I had caught a move right there. Tuesday we had a little run up. We must have had some news, but you can see it actually came back and touched this demand zone, and then just kept going up a little bit, choppy through this section a little bit. And these are probably really major moves on the lower time frames, but yeah. So this is one of those weeks where in hindsight, I see like, oh, I should have sized down a good bit, opened up my stop losses, made them bigger, right? Opened up my stops, and then had higher to take profits. Maybe took 1-to-1s, maybe not even took a full like 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-5-to-1s. You know what I'm saying? I probably shouldn't have been trying to do that, or having tight stops, because you can see a lot of wicks are showing up there. Let's go down to the 15 minute. I won't go no lower than the 15 minute though. Let me get this out the way. What I want to see is like, were there any plays that look like my any setups I would actually take? This is definitely a setup I would take right here. It's not really in my preferred time time zone to trade in, but this is my trade. This is my setup right here. We know this. We used to this setup right here, and I know it well because of the structure and the crosses, right? So price came in. Look at this. Price came in, broke this structure after some consolidation, broke this structure right here, then continue creating that downtrending structure. You know what I'm saying? So, yep. And so that's nice. That's what we want to see. Hold on, what the hell? Man, we just closed that off. Hold on now. Yeah, so that's looking good. This actually is looking good as well. Right here on the trend up, boom, boom. Broke the structure right here, continued up, came back, touched it, continued up. This is another one. This was a long position though. We could have been in on, I wouldn't have said been in on that one, but maybe here on a continuation up with the breaker structure and then retest down. We probably could have been in there. These right here, I don't know about these. This probably would have been solid though, this one right here, because this is a major zone right here. So after it came up breaking this structure, we need that long position. So after it came up breaking this structure right here, see, this one of the ones you just need to size down. Look at that. It didn't break this. It didn't break below this same area where it touched before. Multiple touches, could have just held. Boom, got a 2, 3 to 1, something like that. Heavy, wider stops. This is looking good. This probably would have been. This is looking good. This is looking good. A whole lot of wicking going on. A whole lot of wicking out. Wicking out. This looking good. Could have held that for some. Had the wider stops. Could have got a 1 to 3 there, maybe. That was a late PM session right there. I don't really like these. Though this might have been solid. This actually might have been solid too. And look, you just watch you got 1, 2, 3 touches. Like I think that's super important to like pay attention to, because you see got these 1, 2, 3 touches right here. All right, let me see these. I'm gonna point them out real quick. You got these 1, 2, because what I'm doing right now, I'm just kind of identifying the patterns, because in real time I couldn't see this necessarily. Sometimes I'll be too into the micro moves and too caught up and like, man, I want to make money now. I got a schedule I got to keep. I got stuff I got to do. You know, that's why I got to learn how to stay out the market. But this might have actually been solid too, especially with this engulfing count that came. Boom, it came back and touched that zone. We probably would have been out. Definitely had been out after it broke below this structure right here. So it'd been a small trade. But then this one on the bounce and the breaking up right here, right into here. By this counter, we should have had been in there. Got to stop out right there. Probably catch a 1 or 2 at least, and we out of there. You know what I'm saying? This might have been a trade I caught on a higher time frame. What the hell was I doing? This is a wide stop. I'm sure I didn't. Oh, well, you can see the trade was over right here. That was a trade I caught. Don't remember what I was doing though. Probably been on 300K account or something like that. That was one I'll probably let run. I just went to sleep on that one. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing so far just in this past week. That was, what's this right here? That's Friday, that's last week. So Monday was here. Monday, you see the wicks was in heavy Monday. It was in heavy. Here, but still that area, that zone area right there, tough. We gotta pay attention to that. Where them wicks kept touching them wicks, and them hard buy zones. It wasn't breaking below that level all week, for real. That's crazy. Every time I touched that level, we could have just been buying and eating. Every time I touched this level right here, we could have been buying and eating, guys. That's crazy. It all started from here too. Look, this consolidation area. Price broke up from last week. Boom. Never came back below that level. Stayed there all week, bouncing off that level, touching highs. Finally, Friday or that Thursday night, it broke through, selling off hard, came back up, kind of retesting. Prices getting real volatile. That night, Thursday, was looking hot though, man. We could have been in some buys and just holding that thing. Size down so we can handle the fluctuations. I don't really like holding trades that long because sometimes I don't. But that's the thing. It's like that's what I'm learning. I'm learning that like, hey, we can size down and we can sit in trades a little longer just to kind of maximize them. Watch those heavy areas of bounces. You know what I'm saying? We got two major areas right here. Boom, boom. One, two. With this one right here, one, and then two. Price should shoot up, and that's what I was seeing there. So touched on the charts a little bit. We're gonna talk about my options plays. Let's talk about these options plays real quick. And then we'll go ahead and talk about the mindset. So you can see right now, I'm in these two options This is a crowd, this is Palantir. Maybe what I'll do actually is I'll just screen record this. So we'll stop this one. Oh, we'll let that one run actually. All right, cool. So that's the cue for the iPhone. And then, so we're in a crowd play. We have about $1,500 in the account, small account. We are in the crowd, a crowd call. All right. So this week we had some fluctuations. Let's just look at the week. On the week, this call did 47% day on the week. Had a lot of fluctuating. It's down. So you can see we had a lot of fluctuating. I was worried about this play all week. We started to get some growth. You can see we're up 30%. Don't follow the dollar movement. Watch the percentage movement. All right. So this week alone, you can see crowd was up 3%. That put us up over 47. It said this past week for 47%. I don't think we're up that much. We're only up. You can see we're up 31.8%, 31.58%, right? I'm holding till September. I'm expecting the market to basically start selling off. September, August, September, October, around that time, we should be seeing the market sell off. It does this every year. That's how we're doing there. So you can see this week, we did $284, up 23%. I was in an Archer. That's the company, the flying company. They are working on flying cars. I'm in that play. It was moving slow. I was like, man, let me get out of there. I'm kind of maxed out on what I can get into right now. I didn't want to use all cash. And then we got some recurrent investments going every day in some solid companies, which I'll show as well too. So you can see this week we did Palantir's up 8% just this week alone. We did like a little over 58%. You see we're up 59%. Did $75 Friday. We're up $293 on the week. So that's where I was having some success. Kinda. I ain't blowing the account in a week because typically I'm blowing a day trading account and it ain't making it past a week, yo. If I make it past a week, yo, it's like we working on it, man. So that, like I said, we're gonna talk about that mindset stuff in a second. So yeah, this is how we did on this end. Like I said, up damn near 60%. We were up as much as like, let me see. Look, we were up as much as like 70%, 71%. Yeah, got a little pullback, got a little bit of fluctuation. I think it's still gonna go higher. Palantir has been a solid company and growing. Yeah, we're gonna go roll from there with that. So that's how the options is looking right now. I did drop a post this week, and so I'll probably be dropping those posts more often. Just keeping track of that. I want to document everything and keep track of everything. Last thing to touch on for this week. Right. So the new mindset I realized I need to approach the market with, right? The new mindset I realized I need to, and I just stopped all the videos. The new mindset I need to approach the market with is I have to learn to come from a place of abundance, meaning like this week I got into a mindset where I'm like, man, I want to hurry up and get a payout. Man, I want to hurry up and make this amount of money. Man, what can I do to speed this up? You know, and I can't do that. I have to be patient. I have to be where I'm at. And I have to come from a place of I don't need money. I have to come from a place of we already have it and I don't need this trade. But if it goes in my favor, it's just an icing on the cake, it's a plus, right? And so that will allow me to see and interpret the information in the charts a lot more quickly. I've been reading Mark Douglas' book, Trading in the Zone. That's been helping out a good bit in understanding. But now we're at the part of we need to continue to reinforce the mindset, because we'll have mornings where we wake up and we're tired and we stay up late the night before and we're forgetting to just follow the routine and forgetting the mindset we need to approach it with. So I'm actually going to put on my blinds over here. I got these big windows in front of me. Right? So we're going to put on those blinds, reminders and a few questions I need to be asking myself, like just doing self-check-ins, like how am I feeling? You know, am I okay with the risk? You know, that I'm okay to trade. You know, am I okay with what I'm risking? How is this a market I want to be trading in? Little questions like that we'll have up there to remind ourselves, like, hey, don't fall into this trap of just trading, trying to hurry up and make money and then go on. Nah, let's take our time. Let's enjoy the process. Let's take solid setups and let's grow these accounts, you know? Like let's be the profitable, consistent trader we know we are, you know what I mean? And so that's pretty much all I got for y'all, you know, for today. It's Saturday, about to go hit the beach with my baby girl. About to have a good time, and get some sunlight, you know, catch a little breeze. And I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. It's your boy Montego Ramon. Peace. Rise to the occasion. Holla.